Hi everyone, it's Andrew from RC and we are unboxing this. What is it, you might well ask? Well, it is a cardboard box from pandahobby.com. And they've got it to me in double quick time, which is amazing. I ordered from their website and it's arrived here in, I think, less than 2 weeks over in the UK. So they're an American company, but they obviously ship from China because I guess that's where the stuff's made. And yeah, double quick time, well impressed. So this is the X2, which is the Bronco-ish looking thing. I'm going to call it a Bronco from here on in because it's the only name I can give it. I'm not going to call it the X2. Sounds a bit gang, isn't it? So I'm going to call it the Bronco. It is obviously Bronco inspired. It's not a licensed body, so it isn't entirely accurate as a Bronco, but it's close enough. Mine is the black one, as you can see on the side of the box. They do I don't know what that is, frankly, but they do another one, and you can make your own minds up as to whether that's any good enough. I can't even begin to put a colour on it, a name on it. Anyhow, I've got the black and red one because it looks like a Traxxas. If we open it up, look at this. So we've got on the top, we've got some, we've got a little bit of an instruction thing going on, and some decals. Obviously you've got some of the decals they've used. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see a bit better, yeah? Right, that's better, isn't it? So you've got some decals here. They do spare bodies, which is really cool. So you can get a spare body, put these decals on it. You know, you get 2 sets with the truck. One set's been used. There's a couple of others I could probably add on. Maybe looks like some window trims or something, number plates, that kind of thing. And then to the box itself, which, as I hope you can see, is very well organised, very well packed. And what have we got in here? So the first thing I've got is a flag. I mean, I'm not going to call it a poster because it's not paper, but it's a Panda Hobby. Look at that. Pretty cool, eh? I'll put that there. Then you've got the truck. We've got a box with the transmitter and so on and so forth in. So let me get this out. It's probably, you know, bits are going to drop out. So let me get the box out of the way, and we'll come back to it on the desk. Okay, so what was in the bag, box, and all of its appropriate bits and bobs? We have obviously the truck. We have a transmitter, standard fare. We'll have a look at that in a minute. There's a few interesting points to the transmitter. We've got the USB charger, spare battery. So this is quite cool. It comes with 2 700 mAh 7.4 volt Li-ion batteries. Okay, lithium ion. 2 of them, which is pretty nice. Bag of suspension collars for the springs to alter your compression, and some spare body clips. Oh my god, the body clips are tiny. USB charger, cross wrench. So it's not a bad little package. It's not your bare bones kind of thing. Now the transmitter, to get this out of the way, it's quite nice. Apparently it's the same as comes with the Axial SCX24. So, right, so as I say, it's a black and red Bronco-ish looking thing. I think it looks amazing for the scale, for the size and the price, which incidentally was $130 US shipped to the UK. Shipping's free, basically. So it's got clear windows, which I really like. I'm going to start trying to modify some kind of internal thing. I don't really like all the wires going on there, but obviously that's the thing with clear windows, right? These mirrors look a little jaunty. I think they've been they seem to have been stuck on the corner slopes of the pillars, so they're naturally pointing the wrong way. I'll need to maybe relocate those, maybe down here on the doors. It's got what has it got? It has got lovely chrome, slightly ill-fitting body on the bumpers. It just needs a little bit of tweaking. Nice chrome features, again not very scale, but I'll come to those that idea in a minute. Light buckets, so it's got headlights, it's got tail lights, and it's got reversing lights. Oh yes, reversing lights, and an operational light bar. It's a bit kind of gash because it's got 3 big LEDs in there. It doesn't look terribly scale, but in the dark I'm sure it'll look pretty awesome. And you can turn the lights on and off at a whim via the TX. Now, the big thing, you've just seen it, the oil-filled dampers. Shall we have a little play? Oh, look at that. Look at that. None of your usual, you know, scale bouncing or wobbling around from oilless shocks. This is nicely damped in terms of, you know, it's got plenty of flex on it. So, the tyres. The tyres look pretty nicely treaded. They've got a decent aggressive looking tread on them. They are soft without being too like WPL squashy. They've got substance. It feels like they've got foams in them. I will check if they have. I think they might have foams in them. They've certainly got wheel weights in them, which is another big thing for me in this class, is to have a heavyish set of wheels. So they put wheel weights in automatically. They are glued on, so you're kind of stuck with it. They've even got nice little hubcaps on that you screw back on. Yeah, so very nice. The side runners here have got little channels to put the body into, to stop the body rattling around. So the sides flexing, which again I really like. As I say, there's a little bit of I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting the body to sit in the bumpers. So I might either let the bumpers out a little bit or shave a little bit off the body, I don't know, but somehow, yeah, I just need to get a little bit. It ends up sitting a bit cockeyed like that. Now what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to lacquer it. I'm going to put a satin or maybe even a matte lacquer on it, because I want to age this a little bit and I want to get rid of that toy-like shine. You know, I don't think even a new car shines like this at this distance. So I'm going to weather it a little bit as well. Maybe just try and make it a little bit stand outy from the crowd. Be that because it looks great or because it looks rubbish. But anyway, it's going to stand out from the crowd one way or the other. Turn it upside down before we get the body off. You've got 4 links for each axle. It's all plastic under here. I'm not going to keep telling you it's plastic. It is all plastic under here. We've got, and it is waterproof apparently. Let me tell you that. Servos on the axle. I've got a skid plate here, rock runners here, doubling as shell clip guides type things, and of course we've got the metal bodied, alloy bodied shocks, which you can see the silver. Well, you'll have a look at it in a minute when we take the body off. The battery's at the back. You can just see the battery poking through there. So the weight balance on this is, it's not bad. That still wants to roll forward. Right, so that's very rear, but getting there. Forward. So, you know, pretty much I would, you know, by my quickly, you know, scientific accurate, you know, measuring device, that I would say the centre of gravity seems to be somewhere bang in the middle of the skid plate, slightly towards the rear, and then obviously it goes one way or the other. So yeah, that's not too shabby. Now the upgrade on that subject, the upgrade I got are some brass knuckles, again from Panda Hobby. They log on. If you never looked at pandahobby.com, go and do it. You owe it to yourself. So I got some brass steering knuckles. That's what I'm saying. Brass front steering knuckles with ball bearings. Yeah, little ball bearings in there, and there's a little bit of heft there. So keeping I was mindful of the battery at the back, so I thought I'll get some bits to go at the front and weigh it down. Anyway, let's get the body shell off and have a look. Ta-da! Look at all that wiring. Yikes. So the downside, as we all know, to having multiple lights in your shell is multiple wiring. So, you know, but it has got proper light buckets, so you can take the LEDs out. Yeah, I mean it's proper, isn't it? Kosher. Now, everything as well, as I see, is you can just tell straight away, maybe the eagle-eyed of you, it's all servo plugs as well. It's all proper servo plugs. Nothing scary, you know, proper servo plugs. I don't really want to unplug the shell because I'm not too familiar enough with where everything goes to put it all back together again. Battery in the back, big tower for the shocks, not terribly sturdy looking thing, maybe that needs tightening up. But there's a little bit of a kind of wobble thing going on there. Feels loose, so maybe it just needs pinching up. We've then got a combined ESC and receiver, again with lots of servo plugs in it. I mean, I'm counting 6 channels. Now we've got battery power and JST on the battery. Moving on, we've got a titchy little motor, which is a 51 turn. It says that I think the motor I think is the first thing that will get changed on this rig. I have run this, as I say, I ran it last night. It's fast but weak. So between the gearing and the motor, something isn't quite as it should be. So yeah, then we've got the blue servo sitting on the axle. So it looks like it's on the chassis, but in fact it isn't. It's on the axle. Now there is one concern with the rig, aside from its driving, which you'll see is a little bit snatchy. Chassis flex, chassis twist particularly. Now I don't know whether they all do this, so I'm not picking on them particularly, but this one does this. That's all I can say. So there's quite a lot to twist there. Now, the twist appears to be coming from the front. Most of it appears to be coming from the front of the truck, just forward of the gearbox. That's when I'm twisting it. That's the bit I can see that's moving the most. There is a silver brace pinned through the metal chassis rails. There isn't one at the front. So the front really has nothing except the bumper at the far end, which is also plastic, and the body mount post arrangement, which is also loose. So maybe in amongst all that there is room to stiffen up just merely by tightening up some of these components. But I mean, and I really don't know whether that is going to cause me a problem out on the trails with this truck, because it's light. You know, the whole truck weighs just shy of half a kilo. So I don't know whether it's got the power and the weight to really get itself all twisted up. But that's what it does, and whether you know, I don't know what an SCX24 does, so I can't say whether this is good, bad, or, you know, industry standard, I don't know. But that's what it does. However, it's an 18th scale toy truck, and not one fig is given, let me tell you. I like it. As you can see, it's not tiny, tiny, tiny. It's bigger than I was expecting, I'll be honest with you. I mean, you read the sizes, obviously, but you don't, until you see it, you don't really know how big it is. That. Yeah. It may be a bit jerky compared to an SCX, but once it's going, it looks better. Alright, thanks guys, take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.